fighting epic battles against vengeful gods and goddesses, exploring the beautiful nature and civilizations of the 9 mystic realms, and talking to a floating head like your schizophrenic uncle at Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, it's a lot to take in. Are all things I encounter while going for God of War Ragnarok's Platinum Trophy. Now let's get one thing straight. This game is amazing, and going for the plat made my experience even better. But of course, there were still plenty of parts that almost made me give up. I had to grind 418 collectibles, battle over 60 bosses, and worst of all, listen to this man's stupid puns. So without further ado, feel free to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. I started off by strictly completing the main story and nothing else. I can't show much here because of spoilers, but just know these were mostly for completing all the main missions and defeating the story bosses. Finishing the main story got me 13 trophies, which meant I had another 23 to go. The rest of them required me to 100% the game by getting every collectible, completing every side quest, and defeating every boss. 2 of these bosses were so difficult, they actually made some people go insane. But more on that later. The first trophy I got after the main story was very simple. All I had to do was go to someone's funeral. Now unfortunately I forgot to record footage of these next 3 trophies, but they really weren't anything crazy. They were just small side missions that I ran through pretty quickly. But I did get a lot of footage for this next trophy because it took me multiple hours to complete it. To get it, I had to do all the trials of Muspelheim. These were a set of 15 combat challenges that were more confusing than Logan Paul's NFT scams. Basically, I had to complete a certain number of these challenges in pairs of 2 in 6 different variations to unlock the rest. And I still had to complete those new challenges I would unlock on top of that. Needless to say, it was a hassle. But unlike Logan Paul's NFT scams, this trophy actually functioned as it was supposed to. Once I finally got to the last challenge, all I had to do was survive until the timer went down, and the trophy was mine.
Thank you. Incoming.
You always know how to end on a cheery note, brother.
For trophy number 19, I had to be a good boy and complete a side quest in Vanaheim. The objective of the mission was to retrieve a sword, but because life can never be easy, I of course had to solve a bunch of puzzles and defeat a bunch of enemies before I could reach it. But as I say that, it turns out life can be easy because all I had to do for this next trophy was literally just pick up and return an orb. That's it. No strings attached, just like Leonardo DiCaprio with his girlfriends once they turned 25. And by the way guys, this is a good time to mention that while I'm going for all these trophies, I'm actively getting all the collectibles at the same time. To give you an idea, Vanaheim alone has 115. So there's a lot you guys aren't seeing behind the scenes because I don't want to bore you with footage of me picking up the same things throughout the 9 maps. Trust me, it is not fun. But you know what was fun? Continuing this platinum hunt by doing 9 crater hunts. These were a set of 7 dragon hunts and 2 epic hunts that made for some entertaining battles. I closed in on the 9th and final crater hunt, and this is what happened next. I now had only one more side mission trophy to complete, and it required me to go to Alfheim and free these 2 magical jellyfish. This one didn't require too much effort, and I actually thought it was a pretty cool side quest. From this point on, the remaining trophies started flowing in one after the other, just like thirst traps on your For You page. These were all collectible trophies. They ranged from fully upgrading one set of armor, to crafting a specific set of armor, to obtaining all the stat boosts from the chests, to finding all the books, poems, artifacts, flowers, shields, you name it, and finally, fully repairing the amulet, which gives you more slots for special abilities. I was now down to 3 trophies, excluding the platinum itself of course, 2 of which were tied to one another. And let me tell you guys, all of these collectibles were necessary not only for their own trophies, but also in preparation for the rest of the platinum. I needed all that training and all that gear to max out my Kratos and bring me to this point. Remember earlier in the video when I mentioned those 2 extremely difficult endgame bosses that took people hours to defeat and even completely demolished a lot of people's hope to get this platinum? Well, it was time. After over 3 hours of grind and more than 20 desperate attempts to defeat this stupid Norse mini-P.E.K.K.A., getting as close to 95% of his HP off before dying countless times, I finally overcame the obstacle that was standing in my way of success. It was now time to get my last trophy for the platinum by fighting Queen Gná. I'd read mixed reviews about which boss was harder, so I had no idea what to expect. But nonetheless, I went into the battle as confident as ever. I was right on the edge of achieving my goal. I could practically taste it, and I was not going to let some dumb... Well, that was easy. I kid you not guys, this fight was 100 times easier than the last one. It literally took me less than 20 minutes and I beat Gna on my 3rd try. I don't know what exactly it was, but something about this boss just made it so much easier for me to counter and get my damage in. I'm not going to lie, it was maybe a little anticlimactic, but hey, I'm not complaining because I now have God of War Ragnarok's Platinum Trophy. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out this one where I platinum the brand new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.